Hello, welcome back to Lady and the Frogs. With a box of Carling, no frog. You don't need to see frogs. Actually, everybody needs to see frogs. Let's get a frog. Frog, number one. Frog number two. We've got Zygmunt and Shelley. We've got the Build-A-Bear. He won't sit up there. Salvador. A little frog. There are too many. There's actually another frog here. A frog in a rocking chair, which I came back from a car boot sale with. And Siobhan. Oh dear. Too many frogs. Right. So it's Monday morning. Had probably quite a slow morning because I haven't done anything yet. And I've got a ton of stuff to do. I really need to, I keep saying this because I really need to get focused with eBay, and I have not got it. I have not got focused. It wouldn't matter so much, but I've downgraded to a basic shop, and I used to have a featured shop. So it's kind of made me very aware of the fact that my eBay has been very much rinse and repeat. I just let those listings renew and I list them and I wait for them to sell, which isn't so bad. But you see, sort of like thinking about it, I've kind of kept myself at that featured shop, which costs, with tax, £95. So obviously the basic shop costs £35. You don't get as many listings. It's easy to list and repeat with the featured shop because you've got over 1,000 listings or something. I can't even remember. And it's only 5p if you go over your listings allowance, which never happens if you're small scale like me. But although I'm small scale, I'm not quite small scale enough to fit into the basic shop. So I have 250 fixed price listings and 100 auctions, I think. I've barely used my auction, so I think I'm probably just gonna, for the sake of simplicity and trying to get myself into a position where I can actually sort myself out, because obviously it's the 20th. We've still got 2 weeks of January left. How's that? How is it 31 days in January when the calendar looks like that? It looks like there's about 6 weeks of January. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of January. Yeah. It looks really, really bonkers on the calendar. So I don't have enough free listing allowance. I say free, but I mean none of it is free. So everything that lists that I want to list, that I want to keep in my shop, is going to cost me 10p after the listings allowance. And I think I've only got 40 listings left because I haven't done anything. I've just let it sort of get on with it, and now I'm sort of in that situation. I've definitely got more than 40 new listings to put on, which I also haven't done anything to. I photographed them, and that's as far as I got because I've been working. So I've worked the whole weekend. I forgive myself for sort of having a bit of a lie-in this morning because I have been getting up at 6:30 Saturday and Sunday, just because I was picking up a workmate, and it's simpler, and I was opening the door and setting up and all the rest of it. So there's been that. So it's not like I'm not earning. It's not like I'm being lazy. I'm doing the day job. Yeah. So I'm really hyper aware of it. It makes you aware of the fact that everything over 250 listings, I'm going to pay 10p for. So typically I have 400 listings. So I'm only going to be paying an extra, £10 or something like that. So for every 10 listings, obviously that's £1. So I've sort of been at 400. I'm more like 350 at the minute. So it's going to be an extra £10. So even if I was listing 400 listings, I'd still only be paying £50. which is so much less than the 95 I've been paying. So this is a no-brainer for me to be on a basic shop anyway, because I was never using my allowance on a featured shop. It was just a waste of money. Yeah, you get £10, £10 to spend on packaging that is substandard, like sellotape like this, which the first meter of which doesn't actually have any adhesive on it, and which will get delivered and thrown in the car park by Hermes. I do like this tape. I do use a lot of this tape, but for some reason that isn't on click and collect, so I end up only getting the stuff which is on click and collect, but anyway, I mean, I'm not going to go back to a feature shop because it's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. I am part-time now. I have what is closer to a full-time job than a part-time job. It is only 30 hours, but it's 4 days a week. But those days that I'm working, it's a full-time shift. So this week I've got Wednesday, Thursday at work. So I have got today, but I've got a doctor's appointment later. So I'm not going to get that much done today. But I've ended a whole load of listings because I don't want them to just keep rolling over. I want to put some of the stuff on Vinted, but I don't like Vinted. The headspace, I don't have the headspace to try and deal with Vinted. Everybody says it's simple, but I find it really complex. If I've got I can't, although I only bought my printer like a year and a half ago, for some reason it's too modern for it to be compatible with the app to print from my phone. So I can't get my printer to connect to the phone. So I'd have to do it on desktop. I just can't be arsed with wrapping my head around it at the minute. I really can't. I've got enough things to think about. I can put a bunch of this stuff onto auction, and potentially I'm more likely to use Depop. But you see, then I've got the same problem with Depop, haven't I? I know where I stand with eBay. I feel like I'm in my 40s because I find eBay easy, and I find Vinted takes up too much headspace because of all of I just find it really complex. I don't like the way you list on there. People say it's easy. I find it really difficult. I don't feel like it's obvious what's going to happen. The time I've done it before, I've just had a zillion questions. I was never quite sure if I'd set my postage rates correctly, and I never sold anything anyway. So the fact is if I put some stuff on Vinted, it's literally going to be 10 things until I can wrap my head around exactly what's going on with it. So there we go. Right, things have sold on eBay. Not very much. This is why I need to start doing it Vinted. So I need to get to a position this week where I know what I'm bloody well doing. Right, anyway, I actually don't know what this is. This is one of these Uniqlo t-shirts. At one point, some of these Uniqlo t-shirts used to sell really well. These manga ones used to sell really well. This, I have declared that it's got marks on it because I know that it's got marks on it. Whatever that is, I know I've done extensive research on eBay. However, this has been in my shop for over a year, and there lies the problem with rinse and repeat. Yeah. Of all the stuff which I've got here, most of it's only been on for 6 months or less. But this is a rinse and repeat. This has been rinsing and repeating for 2 years. So if I was applying my mind like I'm going to apply my mind and really think about what I've got going round and round in circles relisting, that would have gone onto auction a long time ago. I think it has gone on auction. It's only gone for like $6.99 or something like that. I have a coupon running again. It's doing not very much. I really regret putting that sale on because it has kind of killed everything. But I don't know if it's January effect. But anyway, there you go. So I say that this has been on for 6 months. This went on in like June. And I mean, let's face it, June was 6 months ago. It just feels like 900 years ago. It's not branded this. It is just a crochet top, so it's only sold on style. I expected this to sell in the months of June, July and August, so naturally it's sold now. And I've got $12.99 for that, and I didn't expect to get anything more than that because it's got no care label in it, and no size or anything like that. No, it definitely hasn't, because it's handmade. And when I'm going through this like looking at what I've got, I probably would have ended up putting that on Depop. So there you go. This is the thing, is that eventually everything does sell, doesn't it? But how long do you really want to wait for? I am going to be putting these away as I go. I think I've made that too fat, so I need to refold that, because obviously that needs to go large letter, even though it is wool. This probably the best sale that's here, and it really, some of this other stuff probably should have sold better. So this is an Iron Maiden t-shirt. I haven't had this listed in clothing. It's been listed in music. There's been a lot of interest, but it's never sold. That was up for £30, which is probably slightly steep. It is a tour t-shirt, but to 2017. It was up for 30. I've had dumb offers of like 15. I really wasn't going to sell it for 15. It sold with the coupon for $23.99 because it's a 20% coupon. That is on. So these cropped trousers, so obviously these should have sold in the summer. They were listed in the summer. They are a size 18. No, they're not. I must be thinking of something else. These are a size 14. These are sea salt. Yeah, they're very cropped. It's possible that I didn't pick these up until September. I know it's been less than 6 months that they've been on. But they've sold with a coupon or an offer to watchers. The offer to watchers that I send out is still 20%, so it doesn't really make a blind bit of difference. They've sold for $15.99. This is nothing to write home about. None of this. And then this. So I'm not picking up Bathing Ape anymore. Now, why am I saying I had a coat, a Bathing Ape coat. That did sell quickly. And I think I got 50 quid for that. So I think the thing is these are very skinny jeans. The skinny jean is not coming back. Size small, it says on it. And I mean, these are genuine, but I've had them for donkeys. So I've let them go for £10 because it's just not happening for me. Some of these go for £100. I don't know. The trouble with stuff like this is that it's heavily counterfeited, and that's the problem. And I know that this isn't counterfeit because it's too good for counterfeit. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to pick up Bathing Ape again. Possibly that should have gone on Depop. I have trouble taking photographs of burgundy, so both those burgundy items looked a lot brighter in my pictures than they are in real life. But there you go. So the last thing that I have sold is this Busby mug. So Busby mugs used to be really, really good. So this is British Telecom. This is a British Telecom mug. The last one that I had before this, I sold for £30. But some chimp on eBay, and probably on all these other print-on-demand things, has taken this design and is printing them on modern mugs. So even though mine is genuine, made in England, kiln craft, the prices have tanked. So that was nice of them. It's gone on a coupon, so it's gone for like £18, which I know is very good for a mug. £18 for a mug is superb. I just keep thinking about the one that I sold for 30, but you can't do this. There's issues with the glaze that I have declared. That's within the glaze, that is. It looks like a chip, but it's within the glaze, so and the print isn't spectacular, but you know, this mug is the same age as me, and I've got dents in my glaze. Obviously, I've now got my chicken pox scar. I've got other things going on. I've got spots all over my arm. I've stopped taking the pills. That's what I'm going to see. We can't actually see a doctor. I'm seeing the nurse today. I'm going to see what she says and probably just ignore everything that she says because she's just irritated. It's just, the whole thing is irritating me. I don't know. I'm sick of being told that I'm 45. Yesterday when I was watching TV, I noticed there's some new TV program about Katie Price because apparently 5 children is not enough. She wants another one. I mean, she can't even secure a constant husband. You know, a constant father figure would probably be helpful to the, you know, birthing process. I mean, I don't know who she's shacked up with, but whoever it is, they're not going to be shacked up for very long, are they? Well, anyway, apparently she's going through IVF, and I just think that it's probably going to sting a lot of people who actually need IVF because they've never had a child. And I was just thinking, isn't she like massively in debt as well? Why is she doing this? I don't know. It's just, yeah. I just feel like she's probably got enough on her plate to be having another kid. And anyway, the fact that she's 45, I don't know. I feel slightly better about myself in my 45ness, and because I don't know. I feel less crazy than her. Right. So the reason I've got this box, this obviously Carling box, this another beer box. What's that? Brewdog. So I'm going to halve the size of this. I'm going to put the mug in that one, and then because it fits perfectly inside there, it's going to be just enough to float that one inside there without it being a massive crazy box for one mug. So that is what I'm going to do now. And then I've got until 2 o'clock when I need to leave and go to this appointment. I kind of wanted to have a sandwich before I went because I made a whole load of sandwich filling in that I boiled eggs up, so it's just egg mayonnaise, and then got my loaf of bread, and my loaf of bread was going green in various places, so I chucked that out, and then I pulled another one out of the freezer, left it on the side, and we'd obviously had the heating banging on, and I mean, I don't even know how it managed to do this, but even that one was green after it had been in our house. So I think we've got the heating on too much. I know we've got the heating on too much because I have done the meter reading, and it seems to have ticked over from 4 figures into 5 figures on the dial. So I'm actually surprised that we've managed that so quickly. But I don't know. I think this is the thing with when you budget and you have like a set amount that you pay every month, and you just think, I spend £150 on my gas and my electric, so I'm going to damn well use it. And it just turns into Barbados here, and we don't need to spend this amount of money on things. So trying to be frugal would be helpful. Okay, so I'm going to do my post, pack all this up, and we're going to start tackling everything. I think the first thing I want to do is I want to shift the pile that is here. So this pile, this is just a small selection of bubble wrap. I have another 2 big boxes of bubble wrap. My boxes are depleting in the other room because obviously I've gone down from 500 listings to around 400 listings. So some of the boxes are kicking around empty, but I don't think I'm selling through as fast. Anyway, this is all the new stock which is photographed, which I need doing. And before I start going through boxes of other stock, of my existing stock, to see what's going on, I'd rather get that out of the way. So I'd like to try and list that today. So I'm just going to call it that I'm going to list that today. I'm going to keep looking at what listings I've got which are coming to an end in the next few days, and I'll just manually end them so that they don't become a problem. I then have over here new stuff to photograph and list. I do believe it's raining most of this week, so I don't know when I'm going to take photos of this. This is annoying. I bought these for myself. So these were in the charity shop yesterday, and I was so stoked. So I used to be a size 12. I'm more of a size 14. Sometimes I fluctuate to a size 16. Sometimes you're a different size in different brands anyway. And I just thought, I've never tried New Look. I'll try these. These are a size 16, so they're probably a bit roomy. But they're also short leg, and they're also new with tags. So I just thought, right, I'm having them for £4 because that's fabulous. I never find short leg stuff. And so I've tried these on this morning. Number one, they enhance my belly in a way that makes it look like I've got like a massive fupa. So that's not a good look. They are quite baggy. So I am definitely size 14. And then they're supposed to be boot cut. They weren't very boot cut. They're also supposed to be short leg, and they're just as long as any regular pair of jeans that I have, because I'm wearing 2 pairs of regular jeans on a all the time, and they're shorter length than these. So Lord knows what's going on at New Look. I can't imagine why anybody would be shopping at New Look. I promise you, short leg. I don't know what's going on at New Look. Is the average shopper in New Look 7 foot tall, and short length is somebody who's 5'7" and above? Because that's not me. So I've bought them for myself, and they're not going to happen. I've got this, which is, oh my god, a Hobbs top. I don't know, a Hobbs hangs around for me and then just eventually sells. Size 14. I thought that was quite nice because it's pink, quite lightweight but not sheer. Looks like a blouse but isn't a blouse. So I got that for £3. Freaking pigeon, I tell you, the pigeons are out there again. I bought this coconut thing with fat in it, and because they keep trying to get on the bird feeders, they've actually managed to knock the actual feeders down so that they could get into them. And I didn't realise because I was working all weekend, so literally I've been leaving when it's dark, getting back when it's dark, because I went to pick my work makeup, so I had to be at hers for 8 o'clock over in Stretford. So I was leaving here at like quarter to 7, quarter to 8. So it's already dark, and then I'm back here at 5:30, dark again. So I didn't even realise what they've done. My husband didn't realise that all the bird feeders were on the decking, just completely annihilated. It's no wonder I have to keep repairing them. This jacket, I thought, this is a really good idea. But thinking about it, I've got another All Saints jacket very similar to this, which I've only got on for 40, and that hasn't sold. So maybe lightweight jackets will sell summer. That £4. And these, hoping that these will sell, but I've obviously just got 2 pairs of trousers out, and I was looking. So menswear, I have literally about 6 pairs of trousers in there, so the box is just completely empty because the men's trousers just sell through fast. The women's trousers, they weren't so full. It was full, but not as full as it is sometimes. And in there, I saw that I had a pair of white stuff cord trousers, and they haven't sold. They're in a decent size, so that's a bit annoying. But anyway, I've got another pair of cord trousers, and these are fat face, size 18. So I think the other ones are like 16 or 18, and they haven't sold. So anyway, I thought that these needed some work. I thought they were a bit bubbled. but they're all right actually. So I could just go ahead straight and list them. Then I've got 2 of the items in my previous haul, which I've got the Never Fully Dressed, which I've laundered and they're dry. And I can't remember where the mark on it was, but let's just say that my washing machine did the trick. Smells nice. I can't think what I've smelt it in, washed it in. And I've got a blouse there which had a little makeup mark, and just because I was doing a whitewash, I put that in again, and it's still not got the makeup mark out, so that needs to be photographed. But it might not be today, because then I've got to go into the other room and do it on the back of the door. I don't actually, because I can do it in here. And then last thing that I've got is I've got 2 pairs of Levi's. So these were £4 each. They're both the 512, which I can't remember whether it's good or bad. I've always got the 512. They're tapered, aren't they? They're not skinny. I don't know. I have to have a look. I need to look on my other phone, because I've got a screenshot on there of all the styles of Levi's, which tells you whether they're male or female cuts. But Google will do that anyway. But who's to know if we'll be banned from using Google? So yeah, so I've got a waist 33 and a waist 32 there, both with different leg lengths as well. Which I honestly, if you buy the same thing, they usually come from the same donor. But there you go. So I've got them, and that's all I've picked up. That's just a few bits which I've picked up this weekend. There could have been more, but never mind. never mind. I have too much to do. There's too much in the way, and I need to just stop rabbiting on YouTube videos, and I need to just get on with it. So I'm going to tie this video up. I was thinking I might just do one video and then tack it onto the other one, but then my computer argues with me about about whether I've got enough storage space. So I'm just tend to be just doing my videos raw and just putting them on. I'm also very aware of the fact that Windows 11 is out, and I'm not on Windows 11, so I know that it's going to try and pester me into that. It kept pestering me to activate Cortana, and Cortana, it's the evil in one of these computer games. So they've rebranded that to Copilot now, which is like an AI Copilot, an AI assistant. That it now wants me to download that, which I also refuse to do because I want to have control of my own computer. But I'm very aware of the fact that it now wants me to change over onto a new operating system. And I know that we changed to a new operating system at work and then couldn't use the gift aid printer. So already know that it's going to be trouble. So I'm going to try and deflect that if I can. But last time I tried to deflect an update, it would not let me do it. But anyway, the upshot of it is that I like to just do raw videos and put them straight on YouTube and not get into editing, because then it tries to put this onto a storage thing, and then it tries to like say, oh, you've run out of storage space, would you like to buy storage space? Because everything is always about purchasing more things. And I'm not about purchasing more things, but I don't need to purchase. So anyway, that's where I am. I'm going to work on doing that, and I'm going to be back again tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you that I've procrastinated further and I haven't done anything. Or hopefully I'm going to actually tell you that I've got on with stuff, because I have so much to do. I really need to make a list, because I need to do a budgeting thing. I need to do so much stuff to get my arse in order. I'm very aware that it's now the end of January. I have financial goals that I want to reach this year, and I've already done some way to it in that I've done a balance transfer on a credit card debt, but I haven't yet started like attacking the credit card debt, because I knew it would be impossible until I had January paycheck, because I've had a lot of January the 1st expenses. So I need to sit down with my finances and budget and work out what's going on. So that's another thing that needs to do, which I need to find time to do. So it's important that I crack on with this. So thank you for watching. I'll be back again soon, hopefully with an update that I've actually pulled my finger out of my arse. So goodbye. Thank you for watching. Goodbye from frogs. Goodbye from me. I'll see you soon.